Good afternoon, YouTube. And I should probably add staffers at Congressman Wittman's office, because they'll be getting a copy of this video. Which leads me up to the subject of this video. The subject of this video is, how congressmen deal with problems their constituents give them. Now, in the olden days, back in the 70s when they made that Schoolhouse Rocks video, where it talks about how the process of how a bill becomes a law, that thing, how you go to you take your problems to your local congressman and they help you work the problem, Well, it doesn't work like that anymore, Their new solution to the problem is ignore you. Let me explain what my problem is. My problem is this. There's a county in Florida. The county is Miami-Dade County. And their court records indicate that my name isn't Billy Johnson, that it's really Lorenzo Evans, and that I'm a convicted felon. Apparently, according to their records, I've been convicted multiple times of dealing cocaine in Miami. Now, as you could imagine, with this on my record, it's making my job search nearly impossible. Now, spoiler alert, I've never been to Miami, and I'm not black. Oh, did I leave off that part? Lorenzo Evans is black, and as you can tell from visual inspection of my face, I am not black. Now, of course, apparently Miami-Dade County no longer has a mugshot of Lorenzo Evans, but I do, and I'd be more than willing to show it to them, except they hang up the phone whenever I call. And why? Because of something called sovereign immunity. You see, I can't sue them. If they were Equifax or a private company, I could sue them, and I would win. I would have lawyers falling all over themselves to help me address this issue. But because of something called sovereign immunity, which says the king is always right, and apparently Miami-Dade County is now filling the role of the King of England, I can't sue them. And as a result, because I don't have any stick, they just laugh at me. They just hang up as soon as I call. So I've got this grievance with the government. So I did what I'm supposed to do. I contacted my congressman. Now, as I live in Virginia, this particular congressman is a Congressman Wittman. And I've been going back and forth with them for weeks, maybe even over a month. And what I originally requested, I requested two things. One, that all he needed to do was submit a bill, in Congress that would strip Miami-Dade County of their sovereign immunity so I could sue them. And another one where I thought, it would be nice that if in the future, when I go to a prospective employer and this thing pops up on my record, that they would be kind enough to tell me about it so that I would have a chance to, dispute the information. Now that was like over a month ago. So as soon as I told the aide, the caseworker in this, they go like, oh my God, we should probably get the FBI involved. So I wrote up I just resubmitted the claim I made to the Office of Congressional Ethics, which pretty much states that I don't think that this problem with Miami-Dade County has anything to do with identity theft. I think it has something to do with the fact that I tried to go public about corruption and fraud at WorldCom, and I was threatened by Congressman Micah's chief of staff that I was an idiot and that I'd never work again. And I'd never had a problem before. And then all of a sudden, this problem pops up, making me not be able to work. So me being the conspiracy theorist I am, I'm assuming that Congressman Micah's chief of staff had something to do with those freaking records in Miami. Now, of course, Congressman Wittman's office did go and send this to the FBI, and here's their response. And their response is, tough titty, not our problem. And here's the funny thing. In the letter, they never even address my accusation. They just say, hey, it was a private company that did the frickin' search, because I have a background report that shows me as frickin' being Lorenzo Evans. It's like 20 pages long. Mr. Evans was a prolific criminal. And it's like, oh, sorry, we can't help you. So, and of course, this is a letter from the congressman saying, like, see, we helped. Have a nice day. You should donate to the congressman's campaign. Well, of course, I called him back up and said, hey, this is insufficient. And I was actually tried to record the conversation so I could share it with you, my fellow citizens, but apparently I botched the recording and it was destroyed. So I don't have that video to share with you. But it pretty much goes like this. Everyone over there seems to be suffering from amnesia. They don't know who. Every time I call them up, even though it's the same people, and I am the kind of person, I make an impression. So they can't tell me they don't, know who I am. I'm not calling up because my Social Security check is late. Okay, I have a very unique case. I'm sure I'm standing out in their mind. So anyway, it's all these excuses. Can't do it. So I said, hey, can you send me a letter stating that frickin' I'm on my own and that you can't help me with this issue that has made me unemployable? And she never really answered the question. It's just a shame. Frickin' video didn't work out, or you could see for yourself her backpedaling. It's hilarious. Anyway, so the point is that, so Congressman Wittman is absolutely useless. Okay, I'm a constituent of his with a serious problem. Okay, I cannot work. I cannot work because the government is telling people I'm a felon, and I'm not. By the way, that letter that I showed you from the FBI, it says quite clearly, you're not him, you're not a convicted felon, and you should show this letter to any prospective employer. Thanks, FBI. I'll do that. If they'll even return my calls once they see that crap pop up on my background check. Oh, apparently this guy's a drug dealer. We should probably call him back and tell him that we can't hire him because he's a drug dealer. Anyway, so Congressman Wittman's office is absolutely useless. Okay? And it would be a shame if someone were to run against him in the Republican primary and bring this up as a reason why he's ineffective and needs to be replaced by a true patriot, instead of making excuses and sitting around spending his time begging money from wealthy people that could care less about me and you. Anyway, so that's my video. I just wanted to share with you the problem I had with my congressman and how he's freaking useless. As my father from Oklahoma would say, he's as useless as tits on a bull. But I have an advantage. I have you. I'm going to go spread the word. That's what this video is about. I'm going to tell you, everybody. I'm going to tell that screenwriter that's writing a screenplay based on my ordeal. I'm going to go share this information in this video with those reporters that seem to be interested. Ms. Atkinson, Wimple over at the Washington Post, and I forget the guy from the Miami Herald. He's the guy that does all the political corruption stories. Yeah, so I'm going to share all this information with him as well, just so because they want, to be updated on this stuff. And we'll see what happens, okay? Anyway, I don't want this video to drag on too long. I just want to keep you guys abreast of this. And it would be nice if I could make a video about what a wonderful help Mr. Wittman was to me with my problem instead of this one. But that's not in my hands, is it? Anyway, have a nice day and enjoy your weekend.